TurtleWow is a project that has taken the vanilla version of World of Warcraft and expanded in a way Blizzard never did. Instead of going to the Burning Crusade and leaving Azeroth behind, this fan-made expansion called Mysteries of Azeroth stays grounded in the world we already know, the forests, mountains, and towns of Azeroth itself. It doesn't rewrite history or break immersion with outlandish additions. Instead, it asks the question, what if vanilla WoW had been built upon and fleshed out further? What if the gaps in the world were filled, the classes balanced more thoughtfully, and experience refined without losing what made it special? That's what TurtleWow sets out to do, and today I'm jumping into the server for the very first time. I'm starting a new human warrior, exploring the starting zone, trying out quests, and see how the community feels. Along the way, I'll talk about the unique features, custom content, and leveling challenges, and ultimately, whatever the server is worth your time. I began at character creation screen, keeping it simple with human warrior. The moment I load in, the difference is obvious. No char value, swarming with players. It looks like launch week of vanilla all over again. At the time around 8,000 players were online. For context, that's an enormous number for a private server. This has immediate consequences. Quests that normally take few minutes suddenly become struggles. The wolves outside now share. You're not just fighting them, you're fighting with dozens of other players waiting on the same spawn. It feels chaotic, but in a strange way, it brings the zone to life. Every corner is packed. People are competing, grouping up, and laughing about the madness in chat. The atmosphere Blizzard themselves rarely recreate. Even official classic servers, instead of empty starting zones, here you get sense of truly populated MMO world. It's frustrating at times, but it also feels alive in a way that's hard to describe if you haven't seen it. I push through the chaos and start completing the usual beginner quest. Kill some wolves, deal with kobolds, collect items, return them for rewards. The structure is exactly the same as vanilla, but the circumstances are different. Because there are so many players, you often force into improvised cooperation. You invited strangers in a group just to finish a quest. You share tasks, you heal or buff one another. It creates those small social interactions that define early WoW, but have almost disappeared in modern versions. At the same time, you feel the limitation of the old client. TurtleWow runs on the vanilla client, not Ward of the Lich King. So menus, key bindings, and general settings are clunky compared to what came later. It's functional but dated. This adds authenticity, but it also means you wrestle with the interface from time to time. Despite the challenges, the quests work. I didn't run into broken scripts or bug spawns. For a private server, the level of stability is impressive, and it shows that the developers are committed to maintaining it's a living world, not just a side project. Not long into my playthrough, I started noticing new features. They aren't gimmicks. They're small, thoughtful additions that blend into the world. For example, TurtleWow has built-in radio. At any point, you can pull up a playlist of Warcraft music and listen while you play. It sounds minor, but it's fit to the tone of the game and saves you from juggling external music players. That server also has its own launcher. That means no wrestling with patches or digging through folders to install add-ons. When there's an update, you click one button. When you want to install an add-on, it's the same. One click and it's in. Compared to the effort of managing add-ons on official clients, this is huge quality of life upgrade. Another subtle feature is the equipment collection system. When you equip new gear, the chat tells you it's been added to your collection. This suggests some sort of transmog system, which would be groundbreaking for vanilla style experience. It's not flashy as retail WoW, but it adds an extra layer of progression and customization the vanilla simply didn't have. In the world itself, you see more changes. Goldshire, for example, has no fly path. It sounds small, but it makes traveling smoother and gives the village a sense of importance it never had. There are also new halls that you can unlock through a quest line. These additions don't feel out of place. They feel like content that Blizzard could have added back in 2004. One of the most creative features I saw was a Moo. This is literally a pack Moo carrying a bank on its back, pulling a player around. It allows you to access storage to it without running all the way back to the main city. It's clever, it's convenient, and still feels immersive. You don't think, oh, that's so unrealistic. You think, of course, someone who could carry your gear. That's the kind of design TurtleWow is full of. If there's one thing that stands out above everything else, it's the community. Our chat is constantly active, not just with trade and group finding, but with real conversations. People are selling items, debating topics, cracking jokes. It feels like a MMO community used to feel busy, noisy, and social. On top of that, the kindness of players is striking. More than once, people buff me randomly. Strangers invite me to groups for bosses, even when they didn't need to quest themselves. At one point, someone simply just asked if anyone needed a sword. I invited them and they gave me it for free. These moments are small but build atmosphere that Blizzard's official servers often lack. Instead of silent grind, you're surrounded by people who want to interact. This sense of community is a huge part of what makes TurtleWow special. Then there's the custom content. Some of it's small, like new quests that sends you tossing coins in the Stormwind fountains or collecting pumpkins in Elven. Some of it gives unique rewards, like companion pets. For example, one quest gave me sheep companion, something I'd never seen before in Vanilla. Other changes are more structural. NPCs now walk along roads, acting as roaming vendors. This means you can sell your grey items or on the spot instead of running back to the town. It sounds like a convenience feature, but it's also adds immersion. Routes feel alive when you pass traveling missions. There are also custom items. I saw WoW level gear I had never encountered before in Vanilla. It's not overpowered, it just adds variety and freshness. And then there's a big addition. TurtleWow includes new playable races like goblins and high elves. This also expands zones, add new mounts, new pets, and even new abilities for classes. The crucial thing in these additions don't feel jarring. They are not over the top. They are designed to blend into the existing world and style. That's the difference between projects like this and some other private servers that simply throw out flashy features for attention. TurtleWow feels like continuing of vanilla, not departure from it. My own progression feels steady. After an hour and 45 minutes, I reach level 7. That's not fast, but it's not punishing. I pick a herbalism and quickly run into the downside of having thousands of players online. Herbs are constantly being gathered before you can reach them. My add-on filled the map with markers, but most of them were simply empty. It made progression in professions difficult. One of the most unique aspects of TurtleWow is the leveling challenges. There are options mode you can activate to give yourself restrictions. There is a hardcore mode, where you can level all the way to 60 without dying, survive, and you earn that immortal title. Craft Master mode focuses you to only use equipment you make yourself. Every piece of gear is tied to your profession choice. There's Turtle mode, which cuts your XP rates in half. It slows everything down, but rewards you every 10 levels. This is for players who want to savor every quest and every zone. There are also Boring Adventure, which restricts your experience to only come from killing boars. War mode locks you in the PvP permanently, but in return your XP gains is increased. Exhaustion mode it disables rested experience but double weapon skill gains. And Vanguard Endeavor forces you to wear only poor or common gear until level 60. You can enchant items either. Complete it and you can wear the title The Wanderer plus small companion to carry your loot. Each of these challenges change the game dramatically. For some players these challenges will be main reason to play TurtleWow. They turn the leveling process itself into an adventure. After spending time in TurtleWow, I can say this. This is more just a private server. It feels like expansion to vanilla WoW that Blizzard never made. The positives are clear. The community is large, active and friendly. Custom content blends seamlessly with the original game. The quality of life features make experience smoother without breaking immersion. And leveling challenges provide endless replay value. There are negatives too. The overcrowded zones makes early questing frustrating. Professions are difficult to level when resources are constantly being farmed, and the rare islands on the old vanilla client means dealing with clunky interface. But taken as a whole, TurtleWow is the most impressive vanilla style private server available. It doesn't just prevent nostalgia, it expand on it, depends it, and make it feel alive again. If you're something who missed the old days of WoW but wants something fresh, TurtleWow is absolutely worth trying.